Welcome back to the second part of the Performance Awards for Smack Talk's Year-End Awards for Wrestling 2012. Now we move on to the Best and Worst Divas. The best is AJ. I already talked about this in the Best Nickelary Characters. In-ring-wise, she's one of the best workers they have in the women's division, or Divas division, even though it doesn't really matter anymore. And, yeah, from an all-around standpoint, she's just been the most entertaining. Definitely leagues above almost everybody else. It's like her and Eve, and then everybody else is just shit, pretty much. Hopefully they put a little bit more time and effort into it next year. I doubt that. It seems like it's taking a lesser and lesser role every year. It didn't even make the SummerSlam card this year. Surprisingly, it made the Survivor Series card. And even more surprisingly, the WrestleMania card. But the Divas division as a whole is just in the stinker. The worst is Oksana. Useless. Flirted with Teddy for no reason for half the year. Was a useless valet to Antonio Cesaro from his debut until, eventually he kicked her to the curb. Just pretty much a useless twat for the most part. Terrible performer. Terrible mic skills. Nothing good about her except for maybe how good she looks. Talent-wise, has fucking none. She's definitely the worst of the lot. The best and worst rookies of the year. Best, I said this in the best gimmick, Damien Sandow. Best mic skills, great ring skills, no real weaknesses whatsoever. Is a star for the future. Hopefully they don't fuck up with this guy. He's way too talented to fuck around with. And I look forward to see where 2013 leads him. Will he be a Money in the Bank winner? Will he challenge early for the world title like Del Rio did in his rookie year? I don't know. Right now he's in the midst of a decently successful tag team with Cody Rhodes, the Team Rhodes Scholars. I bet he's going to do that for a good portion of the early part of 2013, maybe even be involved in what if the tag titles make it to the WrestleMania card. He'll be involved in that, I don't know. But I see bright things in Sandow's future. He's too talented to waste. The worst, I've ragged on him all throughout these awards. Tensai flopped so hard, had terrible matches, looks like a giant baby in a horrible-looking red diaper. Is not believable, doesn't look mean. He just went over like a fart in church. Awful, 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 terrible, terrible performer. Worst of the year, for sure. No doubt. Best and worst tag teams. The best tag team of this year was Team Hell No. Daniel Bryan and Kane. The chemistry the two have with each other, just the way they are able to work off each other, and just the reemergence of the tag team scene after they won the titles, just gives them the award in general. I mean, they've done a lot of good for the tag team division as champions. And I look forward to see what they're going to do, because they're obviously going to be carrying the belts into the new year. So I wonder how much longer they're going to reign for. And, when they do split up, it's going to be, Kane doing his old veteran thing. Maybe Brian B. used as a single star again, like he was throughout a good majority of this year. But it'll be interesting to see how long they last as a team and champions for, and how long this reemergence of the tag team division will last. The worst is Unico and Camacho. I mean, they had one pre-show match all year against Kofi and Truth. And that was while Kofi and Truth are tag champs. And it was the Money in the Bank pre-show, and it wasn't even for the titles. These two are so unimportant that the pre-show against the tag team champions isn't for the titles, and they still lost. Horrible, useless, Ryback meat, forgettable. 3MB will live up and be more legendary than Unico and Camacho could ever hope to be. And that's all I have to say about that. Pretty much. And so, yeah, that's the end of Part 2 for the Performance Awards. And now for the final part, we're going into Part 3 of the Performance Awards for Smack Talk. Check it out now.